Hello. So today I thought I would come out into the garden. It's a beautiful day and we would run through some really easy neck stretches. Now if you're like me and get headaches quite often and migraines, sometimes they can cluster, and that's because each time you have a headache or a migraine they actually make the top of your neck muscles tighten up even more. So a good thing to do is to get into the routine of regularly stretching out your neck and trying to keep your neck and shoulders as loose as possible, and therefore that might help minimise your headaches. So I'm going to start off today with a nice easy neck stretch. So first of all, just get your hand, bring your arm over the top of your head so that your hand is on the other side of your head like that. Now I'm not pushing down at all, it's a very light hand over my head. Get yourself through your spine nice and upright and tight, keep your lower tummy in, and we're just going to pull the hand to pull the head to the side. Now only go as far as you're comfortable. You shouldn't be pulling heavily, it's just a natural tilt to where you stop automatically. And then we're going to use breath to increase that stretch. And then a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just gently encourage side bending a little bit further. That's really nice, and you'll feel that down through here. When you take a deep breath in, you're using your neck muscles, and that contraction then helps the relaxation to increase the stretch. So another big breath in, and breathe out, and just stretch further. That's lovely. That's really good. Come back up to neutral, and just do some backwards shoulder shrugs. It's always nice. After any neck stretch, you should always just let your body ground itself back into the center again before you do the other side. Lovely. I'm going to bring my right hand over the top of my head so that my hand's on the side, and just gently side bend. Now for me, my headaches often originate from the left side, so my left side's a lot tighter. I'm just going to hold and wait there. It doesn't want to go any further, and breathe in and breathe all the way out. And again, and out. That's really nice. And again, slowly just return to neutral, and then big shoulder shrugs again. Let your body just settle into that stretch afterwards. Okay. We're now going to move on to a different muscle. So we're going to move more into a muscle called levator scapulae, from your shoulder blade up to the back of your head, and the upper trapezius muscle. And this is very much going to affect this part of your head and the upper muscles. So try and ease them up, which again should help alleviate headaches. So I'm going to use the heel of my hand for this one. And just behind your ear, you've got the bit of hard bone behind your ear. Just cup that with the heel of your hand, with your fingers just resting lightly on your head. Now my fingers are pointing up towards the sky so that they're in a nice upright position. I'll just talk you through what we're going to do first. So I'm going to turn my head to about 45 degrees first, and then look down. And the idea is that the heel of your hand, if it's in alignment, say with your nose, is going to almost be pushing your head further down into that stretch. But again, it's not a heavy push, it's a light push. So again, nice upright posture, lower abdomen nice and tight in. I'm going to turn to 45 degrees and just look down to the floor. And then I'm going to use breath again, so big breath in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to use my hand just to increase that stretch down. And that's great because I can feel that at the back of my head where my hand is and travelling down. And again, breathe in and out. That's great. And one more. And out. Really nice. And then come back up to neutral. More shoulder shrugs. You should feel the difference at this point. So my right side feels much looser already than my left. Okay, same again. So just behind your ear, that nice lumpy bit of skull, just cup your hand round it, fingers up, just resting towards the ceiling on the side of your head. Get yourself nice and upright, holding your lower tummy. Turn to 45 degrees and then look down. And again, as ever with me, this left side's really tight. and breathe in. And as you breathe out, just with the heel of your hand, push further down. Perfect. And again, breathe in and breathe out and push. Oh, bow. And one more. And out. Great. Slowly come back up to neutral. Oh, that's good. Feel better already. And then backward shoulder shrugs. Lovely. Now, with any stiff neck that causes headaches, we also have to think about your mid-back, your thoracic spine. Too often as an osteopath, I see patients who think that their neck pain originates from the neck, and often it's because the thoracic spine just doesn't work very well and isn't doing its share of the work in the spine. So we need to mobilise it, we need to activate it, and we need to get it moving better. The best way to do that, and the simplest in this stretch routine, is we're going to do figure of eights through our thoracic spines to get them to move. So for this technique, lightly clasp your fingertips together and bring your hands just round the back of your neck. Now you need a low grip on your neck, not a high grip. So you need your bottom fingers to be down near the base of your neck. Ideally, just about here. So when you're in position with your hands and you're comfortable, just bring your elbows together so they're touching. Now I have really long arms, so for me this is easy, but for some people it's not possible and elbows come to about there. If that's you, that's absolutely fine and completely your normal. What I do ask though is, if you're in that position, is that you keep pushing your elbows in as if you're still trying to get them together, because that will make the stretch a lot more effective. With the heels of your hand, just bring them round and clasp your neck so you've got a good grip of your neck. This actually safeguards your neck for this technique. So we're going to send all the movement down into the thoracic spine, the mid-back. I'm going to bring my elbows together because that's how it works best for me. And then I'm going to draw little figures of 8 with my elbows. Brilliant. And what we're doing with this, I'm keeping changing direction little and often too, because it's important to keep changing direction so that different muscles in your thoracic spine get mobilised, get activated, start doing their share of the job. We're also articulating each vertebra in your thoracic spine, getting it to move better so that any restriction can begin to ease. This will take all the pressure off the neck so that your neck won't get so painful, won't get so tense, and hopefully your headaches will get less too. Right. I'm still going. Now what you'll find, and I'm finding it already, is that between your shoulder blades and slightly higher in your thoracic spine, it will all start to feel quite warm. This is a good sign. This is because the muscles are getting activated, getting mobilised, and blood flow is coming into the area and getting everything going. Wonderful. Still going. Right. Okay. That's feeling really good. Nice. So, shoulder shrugs. This time it should feel easier. I can do bigger shoulder shrugs. It feels looser. You might feel it gets a bit crunchy around your shoulder blades, and that's often a sign of where things have been really restricted, of them actually getting moving again. Okay, last stretch. We're going to stretch out the neck itself again, but this time more of a ligament stretch rather than a muscle stretch. So same technique, we're going to clasp the fingers behind the head again, same grip, bring your elbows in together, but this time with that nice firm grip you've got around your neck, you're going to push your chin backwards. So I'm pushing now, push your chin backwards into your fingers, so you're really pushing against your hands. And this is really stretching out the posterior longitudinal ligament of the neck, called the nuchal ligament. When you've got that push going, take a big breath in. And then breathe out. And just relax back down again. Have a little bit of a rest. Get yourself back in position. Push once more. Really push your chin back. That's it. Good push. Breathe in whilst pushing. And breathe out. And then relax. And then back to shoulder shrugs. Already I feel so much looser. That feels great. So if you just turn your head from left to right, you probably feel like it's had a little bit of oiling and that it's moving much more freely. And this is a fantastic stretch for you to learn to do on a daily basis, just to keep your upper body and your neck nicely stretched and moving well. So have a go, have fun, and I hope it makes you feel a lot better. Bye.